ID card renewal request. UAE launched the ID card issuance project for all the citizens and residents of the UAE to identify and confirm the identity of each individual through an identification number, which is linked to the cardholder for lifelong, in addition to the smart chip stores biometric data for the card owner. Emirates Identity Authority will send an SMS to its customers, reminding them of the imminence of the expiry date of the validity of their identity cards. The card holder must then visit one of typing offices or fill the application form online, which is available on the website of the authority, and bring the expired ID card or the certificate of the proof of the identity number and carry out the following renewal procedures. First, submission of the application after preparation of the required documents according to the following categories: UAE citizen who holds the Social Security, above 15 years old, Certificate of Social Security, original valid passport and family book, the expired identity card or certificate of identity number proof from one of the centers of Emirates ID, or a copy of the identity card. For the elderly and special needs people, add a new and approved medical report issued by the competent authority. Personal photo, size 4.5 by 3.5 centimeters with a blue background. For children under 15 years old, the original birth certificate should be added. UAE citizen who doesn't hold Social Security, original valid passport and family book, the expired identity card or certificate of identity number proof from one of the centers of the Emirates ID, or a copy of the identity card. As for kids who have already added their data in the system, you must add certificate of identity number proof stamped from one of the services centers of the authority. Personal photo, size 4.5 by 3.5 centimeters with a white background, and the original birth certificate. The citizens of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries, above 15 years old. Valid passport, real estate ownership document or rental contract duly attested by the municipality or another authority empowered to attest contracts. If the person works in a government entity, he must bring an employment certificate issued by his employer. If he works in the private sector, he must bring a labor card or a job contract attested by the Ministry of Labor. If the customer studies in the UAE, he must bring a student certificate issued by a university recognized by the Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research, or certificate of valid commercial license in the UAE, or contract of continuity of marriage with a UAE female citizen. The expired identity card and, in its absence, a certificate of identity number proof from one of the main identity registration centers, or a copy of the expired identity card. For the elderly and special needs, add a new and approved medical report issued by the competent authority. Personal photo, size 4.5 by 3.5 centimeters with a blue background. For the citizens of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries, below 15 years old, if the father of customer works in a government entity, he must bring an employment certificate. If he works in the private sector, he must bring labor card or a job contract duly attested by the Ministry of Labor. Unified number from the Department of Nationality and Foreigners Affairs, if not already shown in the passport. Personal photo, size 4.5 by 3.5 centimeters with a white background. Resident, above 15 years old. The original valid passport, the expired residency, the expired identity card, and, in its absence, a certificate of identity number proof from one of the main identity registration centers or a copy of the expired identity card. For residents who were added to their parents' passports, the original valid passport, unified number from the Department of Nationality and Foreigners Affairs, the original birth certificate or father's passport or father's ID. Resident, below 15 years old. You must add the following to what was mentioned: the original birth certificate or the original passport or father's ID. Personal photo, size 4.5 by 3.5 centimeters with a white background. As for the children who have already added their data in the system, you must add a certificate of identity number proof. The phase of submitting the request will start after preparation of documents by filling the online form on the website of the authority, or via the smart mobile phone application, or submitting the required documents to one of the accredited typing offices and payment of registration fees, printing, and receipt of the registration form. Fees: AED 100 for UAE and GCC nationals for 5 years validity, or AED 200 for 10 years validity for UAE nationals, AED 100 for residents for each residency year, AED 150 express service fees for all categories. AED 70 is an additional fee that is collected in case of submitting online form and printing, or ADE 40 audit fee only if the customer submits his request via online on the website. Delay fee. AED 20 per day as delay fee, up to a maximum of AED 1000, and it will be applied in the following cases: delaying the issuance of the card or registration, non-renewal of the cards after 30 days from the date of the expiry, exempted categories from the fee of identity card, Social Security category, Special Needs category, but they have to pay AED 70 in the typing offices or AED 40 if the transaction was conducted via online form on the website. Second, Fingerprint and Photo. The applicant, above 15 years old, must go to one of the registration centers of the Emirates Identity Authority to take the picture, fingerprints, and electronic signature, in the case asking for it. And as for expatriates, they have to go to one of the authority's centers linked to the preventative medicine centers to complete the procedures of issuing the card in conjunction with procedures of residence. Third, receipt of the identity card. You must contact the Emirates Post to receive the card, after receiving an SMS from Emirates Post stating the readiness of the card. The identity card is compulsory for every citizen and resident, and it is a proof and confirmation of the identity of the individual. It contributes to strengthening the UAE's futuristic vision of being in the ranks of the developed countries globally. For more information and to get more details, the Emirates Identity Authority provides to you 14 channels to communicate with us. Happy to serve you.